Entrance to the walk up to the Spanish mosque here at the Blue City just before sundown. And the task for today is that we will make a recap of season 1.
Yeah.
She's in the yes mood. So we hope you enjoy our little recap with different backgrounds of this special place. We can tell of the background of the mosque is that it was actually a Christian merchant that built the mosque for the city.
He's a Spanish guy.
He's a Spanish, yeah.
Yeah.
Hence the Spanish mosque name.
So how was it? You came from Philippines, right?
We got our license on the same date in 2 different countries, and after that I flew to Denmark last week of September, and then we stayed in Denmark for 1 week, and after that we went to Portugal to buy our bikes and train, because basically I don't have any experience about big bikes, so he trained me, and I had a hard time. Like I was so scared.
I had a hard time. You were giving me a heart attack every second day.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time trying to get the equipment together, and then at a certain stage. Now the plan was, of course, we stated many times during the videos on Serial 1, is that the original plan was to start with Morocco and then do Africa. Just a couple of weeks before we were due to go, we were told that Morocco
It's
closed the border because of the COVID situation deteriorating. So that was in December, early December. We found out that Morocco was closed.
Yeah.
That was a big shock. So our equipment that we had bought was all geared up for relatively warmer temperatures. Anyway, we had no choice. We had to make a decision because Max's visa was run out in the end of December, actually on the 25th of December. So we quickly had to get ready, and so we went through Europe. We went through Spain, yeah, and we went through France, Italy, and we were losing days. We did not do as many kilometers as we had wanted. So we were losing days. We couldn't camp. We did it a few times, but it's too cold.
And we tried to enjoy our route, but we were just really in a rush and just.
So fortunately, when we discovered there was a ferry from northern close to Ancona, so the ferry could save us at least 3 days. So we went for that, and we went through Greece with no problem. We only stayed 1 night, I think.
We stayed 1 day.
Yeah. And we passed the border only 1 day late.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we passed the border to Turkey on 26.
Okay, welcome back. We are now next day because we enjoyed the sundown yesterday on the top of, well, at the mosque, the Spanish mosque. Anyway, guys, we crossed the border into Turkey with almost no problem. But that's a story for a little bit later, because we had issues getting out of Turkey, but that's a different matter. So we drove along the coast, right?
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, you overstayed one day.
Yeah, I
right?
did.
We were so nervous with that, but that's pretty much the only issue with the border. And
Yeah, and so like we were not sure if we needed a PCR test when entering Turkey, but yeah, we came across to this truck drivers and we asked if we needed it.
PCR test that Turkey needs.
You have the vaccination?
I have.
Not need the PCR test if you have the vaccination.
Then no
For
problem.
Turkey, it's not problem. Yeah.
So
we had it.
and yeah, we went through the border of Turkey without any problem. But also we had to buy insurance for the motorcycle because they asked for it, and we did buy in the border. So for like that was like $20.
12 euro. No, I think that was total. Okay, so we went along the coast because the coast is warmer than Turkey is in general at winter time. It's really cold there. So yeah, we arrived. How many days did it actually take us down to Alanya? Like 5 days or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But we were really relieved getting out of Europe because we were so busy getting out because of the visa issues, and also because it's expensive in Europe, right?
Yeah, very expensive. The toll fees and stuff, it's very costly.
So we arrived after several days staying in different places along the coast, and yeah, go and see the videos. There's a lot of stuff there. And we got a service before Alanya on the bikes.
In Antalya.
Yeah, and then we settled down for a week in Alanya.
Yeah.
To find a cheaper place where we could stay long term. And that ended up being Avsalar.
So we stayed in Avsalar for 2 months basically, and while we were there, we went to Turkey. I mean to Istanbul.
We took the bus.
It took us like 16 hours because we cannot drive.
Yeah, see that video. That's a fantastic video of Istanbul and our time there. That was fantastic. Yeah, that's pretty much what we did there. We spent a lot of time doing our first videos, editing.
The 2 months in Avsalar, we were so busy.
Pretty much busy all the time.
With our videos. And yeah, so yeah, after that we actually went to
Mersin was next time.
Yeah.
Mersin, in Mersin, we arrived in Mersin the same day. We left basically that area. But in Mersin we spent about a week or so. And then we went inland. But we were we became knowledgeable as to our paperwork situation, because remember, we wanted to go to Asia, but we couldn't go there because as we begin to really dig into what paperwork was needed, we found out that we couldn't go because of the carnet in India.
We actually have we also process our visa for Iran, and we got the visas, and also we contacted
What was his name?
Mohammed.
We actually paid the down payment
Yeah,
for crossing the border
and for the visas. So, and we found out that India.
and then it became clear that it was mandatory to have the paperwork.
Yeah. So we dropped everything on that route, and then we talk about what's the next plan.
Well,
So-
we really didn't make a decision yet because we went to Cappadocia in a snowstorm from Mersin.
Like when we depart Mersin, it was like 20 degrees or 23, but when we went inland and
It was
going-
minus.
yeah, it's
Minus
like
two.
-3, minus
In Cappadocia, it was like minus 10.
yeah. And we tried to avoid driving into snow, but we ended up driving into it, and
A
then
snowstorm.
snowstorm. And
What a spectacular thing.
uh,
But we were lucky that the roads there was really nice driving at.
you can't see anything.
Yeah.
Actually, it's
It
like
was foggy.
yeah. That was
What an adventure. My goodness. Yeah.
anyway. So yeah, and we stayed in Cappadocia for like
Almost a week.
almost a week. And after Cappadocia, we went back to Mersin to extend our visa, his visa, because I was already overstaying. So we tried to extend, but in Turkey, guys, you cannot extend tourist visa after your 3 months
You either
visa,
have, yeah, you
or
either-
like for the European, they have like 3 months free visa, and for me, they only gave me 15 days. So I was.
If you want to stay more than 3 months, you have to have a resident visa,
You have to apply for a residence visa.
which is not very difficult. But we didn't
But
know.
still, it's
Yeah.
paperwork, so it's a process still.
We didn't know.
Yeah. So when you apply for a resident visa, you need to have like a 1 year rental reservation. That's what we need.
Yeah, it's relatively easy to get. Let me say that. But yeah, that's a process, and it costs a little bit, but that's fine. So we decided to we will overstay.
Yeah.
Whatever amount of, and we'll just pay the penalties when we cross the border. Well, later on, I really regretted that.
So after that, guys, we found out that we cannot extend. So okay, let's just overstay and then explore as much as we can in Turkey. So after Mersin, we went to Pamukkale.
Say at that time we already knew we had to go
Yeah.
to Morocco.
Yeah.
So that was really clear to us. Like we
We
can't go east,
Yeah.
so we have to go west. You couldn't get a visa in Europe without going back to Philippines, so
Yeah.
we had to fly you out. That we already knew.
Oh, also we actually wanted to ship our bikes to
Or to Turkey.
to
To
Morocco. Actually, so by the boat, and then we asked many organization or company that can help us, but
It was so expensive.
it's like for the 2 bikes from Turkey to Morocco, it will cost us $3,000.
No, that was the end goal. That was the end of it. But the first was like, if we had to fly them out, that was minimum 4,000, minimum. And then they came up with, we can do a roll-on, roll-off shipment
Yeah.
to Morocco for 3,000,
Yeah.
which was like,
For both
really,
bikes.
seriously? Then we were doing our calculations and trying to figure
So
out.
our calculation is basically lesser than, but we will.
All in all, I think it was almost the same.
It's more.
A little bit more, yeah. But that was because I had to go to Portugal, I had to change tires, yada yada yada. So there was more added to it. So I think shipment-wise, it's probably about the same.
Yeah, and less hassle.
Yeah. A lot less hassle. But we don't know that these roll on and roll off
we had no idea.
shipments. They had bad reputations. Absolutely bad reputations.
Yeah, so after that we went to Shanakali, this white, what's the name of that white thing?
Or the limestone
Oh yeah.
waterfalls, whatever. A lot of ruins and thermal hot spring bath.
Yeah.
We had an interesting hotel experience. Then I got sick.
Yeah, he got sick.
When we were there,
Yeah.
I realized I was getting sick.
We had like three nights in Shanakali.
Yeah, and the last day I told Max, we have to go tomorrow as soon as possible. I can feel I'm getting really sick.
Yeah.
And we were driving to Ayvalik, and it was very clear we had to find a place to stay there for at least a week to find out how sick I was going to be. And lo and behold, I was so sick by the time we arrived, and we got a test, and
The second day will be
the second day, and obviously it was Corona.
Yeah.
And you came down there with Corona like 3 days after or something like that.
Yeah, but we decided to get the test, and then
For both of us.
for both of us, and we tested positive. We extended our stay in Ayvalik for like another week.
So we were there for 2 weeks. I was coughing a little bit. I was really freezing the first day we arrived. We were sleeping for 10 days, pretty much.
Yeah.
So we were really sick. We went down shopping, groceries, and went back to sleep. Groceries, eating, and
Yeah.
sleep. After 10 days straight. Then we started to get better the last 2-3 days.
So after Ayvalik, we went to Shanakali, and we visited a friend. We actually met.
The optician.
Yeah, we actually met him on Facebook, and
What was his name?
Farouk, he invited us actually when we were in Mersin, and then he said, if you drop by in Shanakali, we can have a cup of coffee. We would just barge in
In the shop,
In the-
unannounced.
unannounced. And he was really surprised, and surprisingly, he recognized us right away. Immediately, yeah. So, yeah, it was fun to meet. So in Shanakali, we stayed there for one night, and then the next day we had to go to Istanbul. My God,
What was the name of the township?
Arnavutköy.
Say it again.
Arnavutköy.
But I remember the drive there was horrifically difficult.
Yeah, it was wind
raining a lot,
and blowing
and blowing
and it-
really strong.
and it was still so cold, guys. So I was like, oh my
Ah,
God.
yeah, we were so cold.
Plus heavy traffic, like, oh my God, this is really a torture.
We made it.
We made it, and
I would
then-
say that was the town that I enjoyed the least. Absolutely, that was the worst place we've been in Turkey.
so far in Turkey. Yeah.
And also because our accommodation was the worst. We couldn't afford anything more expensive.
Yeah, so that's the cheapest one actually. No wonder why it's cheap. Unfortunately, it was so dirty, and we have to the bed sheet and the pillowcases. Everything is
Anyway.
so dirty.
I pulled a tooth.
Yeah.
Sound toothless.
Oh yeah.
That was the second day we arrived.
Oh yeah.
I remember that drive there was also horrific because the roads in that area, they're so bad.
Yeah.
And the traffic is horrific. And then it
So-
was time to end Series 1.
Yeah.
Then Series 2 starts. I had to transport bikes through Europe
So
and send my lovely love to Morocco. And before we end this recap, we want to mention a little bit about our equipment so far. Not to be too specific, because we really didn't have any issues the first 10,000 kilometers. The bikes performed flawlessly. There was no problems.
Yeah, but
at
of
all.
course, it's except for the stalling issue, it's still there. But
Or the stall issues, yeah. But that's a general problem with the 390. But that's there, yeah.
So far we're happy with our bikes, basically.
Yeah, the 10,000 kilometers, we honestly had no problem. It was all factory stock, except for the things that you've seen that we changed in Portugal before we started.
Yeah,
The mirrors,
the mirrors.
the front, the windscreen, that kind of thing. But it's minor stuff. The overall motorbike stayed stock, basically. The tires was the same, factory. Yeah, the GoPros have their own problems, but they didn't break per se. No, not at all. Our bags was pretty good. They lasted, no problem. But we didn't go rough driving at all, so we can't really
Just purely
vouch
highway.
for that. At 10,000 kilometers, it was fine. I really can't say that we have any problems until the point of being in Turkey.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, 10,000 kilometers, no problems with the equipment. But in season 2, we'll get back into it and go more details. We'll point out stuff on the bikes that didn't last and what happened, yada yada yada.
So alright guys, that's the end of our season 1, and so yeah guys, so that's our 10,000 kilometers travel on our first motorbike ever. Even if it's like it was super cold when we were there, when we were driving.
We enjoyed ourselves in
Yeah.
Turkey, except
Yeah,
for the last city.
Yeah, but yes, overall it was amazing, and it was
I
really nice
enjoyed
to
it.
see
I
the
enjoyed
place and experience the culture and stuff. But
I want to
yeah,
go back.
you will
I want
not.
to go back. I want to go back.
Also, guys, about
I want to go back.
Yeah, let's go back to Absalon. Generally, you will find people that will also overcharge you guys, so be careful with that. So our advice is to just ask first what's the price, so you would be surprised after eating, and then they will charge you an arm and a leg. So you better ask first. So
There is one honorable mention here, and that is our landlord in Absalon, who actually produced our intro.
yeah. He's a filmmaker, guys, movie maker actually, and at the same time he also act.
He's an actor.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been talking about it. I mean, Eddy has been talking about like maybe if we can meet someone who like a movie maker, and then we found him actually, and he helped us for our introduction for our first season, which is amazing.
And his name is Hussein
Hoshen Yaman.
Yaman.
So that's his name, with his lovely dog April. We really enjoy the company.
Yeah. You should go and see the videos from that time.
They have very nice rest house, guys, but unfortunately the time we were there it was so cold, and we had no choice except for like using his heater all the time. And
Yeah, sorry for the
Sorry.
electrical bill.
so guys, for everything, if
We
you wanna
hope-
know the location we've been in Turkey stuff, we will put that in the description below, so you have idea.
I have a much better idea. You go and see every bloody video that is in season 1. There is everything in the descriptions, links and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
advice.
All right, guys.
It has
So
been an amazing trip.
wow. Yeah, I must say wow, because it was. Yeah. Should I go into drama?
You're going to drama.
Yeah. So I basically not imagining myself like doing these things, and was able to reach 10,000 kilometers for the big bikes, and for the first time I no experience at all, but I did it, guys, and I was scared, like not every time, but I was building my confidence and to develop
Also,
my skills.
the first 5,000 kilometers was tormenting.
Yeah, I honestly admit that one, because Like,
And then from there it becomes less and less.
yeah, less.
And now at doing this video here, we are close to 20,000 kilometers, and that's for you to find out in our season 2. That was our recap
For
of
our
season
season
1.
Yeah. We hope we inspired you guys that we
To
can
do more.
all
To do more,
we can
travel
all
more.
do it and travel more
And we hope we inspired you to support us. But that is so important. We really need your help.
But we have to review our own motorcycle, what our experience in our motorcycle.
Yeah. We
So-
will make review videos